Hi, I'm James Poukka, Realtor with Realtor Real Estate Services. Welcome back to this week's Fargo Moorhead Housing Market Update. The numbers I'm covering today come from Northstar MLS, filtered specifically for the Fargo Moorhead area through the Association of FMR. This week's report includes activity from Monday, June 1st through Saturday, June 6th. If you're wondering whether it's a good time to buy or sell, I think the biggest takeaway this week is the market is still moving, but it feels a little bit more balanced than it did the week before. Over the last week, 18 new listings came on the market, 14 homes went under contract, and 12 homes closed. What stands out to me is that buyers are still active. We had pending to new ratio of 78%, which means every 18 homes that hit the market, 14 found a buyer. That's down from last week's ratio of 1.5. So demand cooled a bit, but buyers are still showing up and making decisions. For sellers, that's encouraging because homes are still moving. For buyers, it means you're seeing inventory come onto the market at a pace that's helping create a little breathing room compared to some of the more competitive weeks that we've seen recently. We've also had 12 closings against the 18 new listings, giving us a close to new ratio of 67%. I always pay attention to that because it tells us whether the deals are actually making it through the inspections, financing, title work, and the other steps between the accepted offer and the closing date. Right now, that follows through remains solid. Looking at the pending sales themselves, 57% included an inspection contingency. That's pretty normal and tells me buyers are still doing their due diligence. What surprised me this week was that none of the pending contracts showed a financing contingency. That suggests many buyers are entering the market well prepared and already have financing lined up. Price reductions continue to be something sellers should pay attention to. We saw 12 price changes this week, which works out to 61% of new listings. That's slightly higher than the week before. Buyers have more options right now, and sellers who missed the mark on pricing are still having to adjust. One thing I look at is what didn't happen. Only one property came back in the market, only one was withdrawn, and only one expired. There were no bump clauses, no financing issues showing up in pending contracts, and no rescissions. These are all signs that the market is functioning pretty normally without any instability. The net pending flow came in a positive 2. In simple terms, more homes moved into pending status than were lost to the market. Inventory is still being absorbed. The momentum score increased to 1.44, which tells me that we're still moving in a positive direction. Not a frantic market, not a stagnant market, just a market that's continuing to move forward. If you're a buyer, you're still competing, but you're seeing more inventory come online. If you're a seller, buyers are still there, but pricing and presentation matter because consumers, they have choices. The Fargo Moorhead housing market continues to show steady activity without many signs of urgency in either direction. As always, this information is for general real estate education purposes. Please consult a licensed professional, financial, tax, or real estate professional regarding your specific situation. I post the Fargo Moorhead housing market updates every Wednesday at 5 p.m. I'm James Poukka with Realtor Real Estate Services. Stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.